So I got some Dakota digital gauges for the Impala, and I'm going to open them right now. This is an unboxing. Oh, okay. So we have a lot of separate boxes here. Dash mount dimming kit. Look at this awesomeness. Look at that. It's a pull thing. Like, wow, look at that. That's a little nice thing. Dude, that is like so custom. That's nice. Wow. Okay. Oh boy. Let's see what this is. Oh my gosh, what is this? Oh, I can't wait to see what this is. Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh my gosh, these are so nice. I don't even want to, I'm afraid to open them. Oh boy. Oh wow, look at that. This is my tiny little tachometer with its own little connector. Look at this pretty little thing. And it's got a little plastic protector on it so we can keep it nice. I'm not going to take that off right now. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, wow. Look, same thing for the temperature gauge. Oh, so nice. Look at that. That is nice. So nice. Look at that. Wow. That's good stuff. Okay. So let's see. Ooh, oil gauge. Look at that. So nice. I love it. I love it. Wrap all these things back up because they're so nice. Oh, wow. Look at all this cool stuff. Look, and then here is a... Oh, I'm so pleased. Look at this. There's a bunch of Mpt adapters so I can put my sensors in. Look at that. Here's some wiring. Oh my goodness, look at this. Here is a, what do you call this? Here's a wiring block. I mean, look at that. Wow, look at that. Do you see this? I didn't know this was included. Look at that. This is included. Did you know this was included? Look at that. Here's a wiring diagram. This is how you connect all your sensors up, all your sending units. There's your fuel gauge. Ooh, I need that. I need that. I need that. That's why I bought this. I needed that. Oh my gosh. Dude, this is tight, man. This is awesome. I mean, look at this. Look at this block. Here's my wiring diagram. I needed this because this whole thing was from, I was trying to install my gas tank and I wasn't sure how to wire it all up. Boom. Plus my painless wiring harness. I should be set. Now, let's look at the gauges. Oh, there's even more in there. There's more in there. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Oh my goodness. How do I... Where's the tape? There it is. All right. Look, everything's all nicely wrapped. Better be. It's just expensive. Let's see. Boom. It's the main gauge cluster. This is the main gauge cluster. Okay, here we go. You want to see it? Do you want to see it? Here's the pretty gauge cluster. I've got my battery voltage, here's my speedo, and here's my fuel. I gotta be honest. For what this costs, I'm not all impressed by that print quality. I mean, okay. Could I have done this myself for less? Probably not. But I mean, okay, look at that. I'm just not super impressed by it, but I thought this font would look like classic. I don't know. I'm sure once it's installed, it'll be nice. It'll look good, but I don't know. Am I going to return it? No. I'll use this, but I mean, it's going to be functional. It's going to fit exactly in where the gauge cluster currently is. So great, you know. And once I install, I'm sure it'll look fine. But I mean, look at that. It's just not. Does it look like super high quality to you? I don't know. I am super impressed by the rest of the stuff and everything that's included. I mean, it's like, wow, there's so much included here. I didn't know all this stuff was included. I basically expected this and the other gauges. I didn't expect the rest of it. But there's apparently a lot more to making a gauge cluster than I realized, which is why Dakota Digital has a business. So I'm pretty happy with that. But I don't know, I guess my first impression when I took that gauge cluster out was, you know, I expected something to look like, but it kind of looks like, hey, here's a gauge cluster, and it's got some like nice print on it. That's, I don't know. So here we go. Here's an installation manual, some more wiring. Oh, wiring. But overall, I would say I'm pretty happy with this. I think it looks good. Better than what I can make. I hope it's plug and play. I'm watching Star Wars. Woo! All right, so Dakota Digital gauges, are they worth it? I think in general, yes. What I have in my purchase here are 3 gauges plus the main gauge, which will all fit in the same spot, and it's not going to molest the factory dash. My other option here was essentially ordering 5 to 6 individual gauges from like Autometer and then making my own panel and wiring them in. You know, I don't have a boost gauge with this Dakota Digital gauge cluster. I'll still have to come up with a boost gauge, but you know, otherwise I would have just had like a dash with like, you know, RPM, maybe not even speedo, oil temp, water temperature, voltage, boost gauge, you know, maybe 1 or 2 other items, and it wouldn't have looked factory, but it would have been fine, and I could have figured it out. This gives me something that looks factory. I'll have speedo, temp, oil. I'll have, it'll all fit within the factory cluster. And maybe once it's installed, it'll look good, and hopefully it'll look period correct. In terms of the quality, like I would say that actually the build quality is good. Everything feels heavy and solid. Nothing feels chintzy. But I look at the background of the gauge. I think that was the thing that like really struck me, kind of like turned me off a little bit. Like I took it out and I was like, oh, you know, here's this amazing gauge cluster that I paid like $700 for, and then I take out the main cluster and it's just like, wow, this looks like it was printed on a dot matrix printer. It's not that bad, but it just looks like low resolution. It looks black and white, like inkjet printer. I mean, I don't know how to describe it. It's just not. Let me bring it over. So I don't know. Just have a look. Look close. So, you know, maybe once it's installed, it won't look this bad. But just looking at it naked here, it's sort of like, is that nice? You know, I can't tell. I mean, maybe I'm spoiled by the gauge clusters of today, which look pretty nice. So by itself, it just doesn't look amazing. But, yeah, maybe I'm being picky. It's certainly better than anything I could make, right? Like, it's going to fit in the factory bezels, so it's going to look like it belongs there. And I think once it's assembled as a unit into the dash, maybe I'll be more pleased and I'll see that it's actually quite nice. But by itself, it just looks... It's just this like printing of the numbers. It just looks kind of... It's not cheap. It just looks kind of homemade, you know. So interesting to look at. Like, this is like a piece of like phenolic or maybe ABS plastic that they machined. And this also looks like it's machined. Could even be 3D printed, but it looks more machined than anything else. This is a piece of plexiglass that's like over the front. You've got a couple connectors here for the gauges, 1, 2, 3, and then you've got what looks like an Ethernet connection, and I don't know what that does. This thing says it's GPS ready. That's interesting. It will have multiple backlights, so there's like LED lights in here somewhere that will light up the clusters. And it looks like it's got an odometer, maybe mileage features. So the feel of this, the weight of this is like, it's pretty nice. And the other gauges, the other 3 circular gauges, I'm excited about those. I don't know. I think overall, I was thinking I might backlight these with like a red hue because the interior of the car is red. So once it's all operating, I think I'll be happy with it. So I don't know. I mean, use this for your own judgment. I just opened it. I haven't installed it. I haven't operated it. But my current review right now is you get more than what you think you're paying for. Like, all the extra stuff in there is great. And the quality of materials feels good. I'm just not sure about the look. But that's an aesthetic thing. It might not be like a quality of materials thing. So, subjective. Hope you can use that for yourself. Look, if you like what you see on this channel, please go ahead and hit the like button and then subscribe, because that means I can produce more videos for you. I hope you like them. Thanks for watching. This is David Hill with Solve Fix Build. Thanks.